For me, it means a lot. What I failed to do when I was 21, I'm doing it now at 29. I don't regret it. It's not far, but at least I took a bold step when I was 21. I failed. I picked up my pieces, and now I did it again. And we are here, and I made it. I'm proud to be part of you guys.
Yes, Chichi, that is the spirit. So yesterday, people decided to give them a treat as per Finalist dinner something. And when things were getting a little bit emotional, they were talking about themselves. That's when they went on an ad break. I was just like, Hayode, why are you behaving like this? Why are you behaving like this? So we're not able to get what the other housemates said. We only heard from Phyna, Chichi, Rachel, and Daniela. So, you know, we have a lot on our plate today. We have a lot to talk about. Let's just get straight into it. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. So let me just start by summarizing what happened yesterday evening, from the head of house games to the dinner, and then, you know, other things that Big Brother did for them. For the head of house games, it was just like a chilled something. This is the final head of house game, so no extra benefits apart from the head of house room. So he told them that they were to build a tower with the materials given to them. The two people with the tallest towers would qualify for the next round. Now, after the first round, we had two riders. The two riders were the ones that qualified. The final part was a quiz section. They asked them current affairs questions. The questions are actually pretty tough. It's just some that were, you know, kind of easy.
Who was the first Black African man to be awarded the Nobel Prize in Literature?
Wole Soyinka.
Correct.
So apparently it was only Rachel that even attempted the questions, because if you fail anyone, you're going to get a minus mark. So with Rachel attempting a lot of questions, it was now Chichi that ended up winning. Viggie's comments was just very hilarious.
In the land of the blind, a one-eyed man will be a leader. And tonight, the head of house is Chichi.
So Chichi now picked Rachel to share the head of house bedroom with him. When they went in, Rachel was now being very emotional. In fact, they were just talking about the fact that people will not really understand what they went through. And then, you know, getting to this point, they just got, Rachel now even cried.
I just sitting at 2 of us reach final. I didn't
You guys won't understand what we went through.
God, I thank you.
So later on, they now went into the arena for their finalist dinner. When they went in, they were just being all emotional. They were just very happy, thanking Big Brother. And then they just came together to cut the cake. And then, you know, sat for the dinner, said some things to themselves. It was just a blissful sight to behold.
BBNAIJA is the 7th finalist.
Level up.
Finally leveled up.
I'm here to prove them right. Go there and try and make friends. God gave me family here. Like.
That was not all though. They also had movie nights, but inside this movie night fights, they still carried fights there. So because Big Brother put a series and started from episode 5, because some people had already watched from episode 1 to 4. He now started from episode 5. So people were not happy. Bella, Rachel, Chichi, they were not really following up with what was going on. And then while they were watching, Chichi was just making comment like the way you make commentary while you're watching something, and some of them were not happy with it. So Bella, Chichi, and Rachel, they now left to go and play games in the living room, and they were now complaining about the whole thing that Chichi was doing.
They read now. They thought we will not go school to read.
She was coming for me.
Reading it out or talking when like I don't understand.
They shout episode 5.
Not
If
like
I was
from
the one
episode
that had
5.
seen a film to
I'm
episode
telling you,
5,
very
I'll probably be tell
sensitive.
Biggie, say, oh Biggie, put another film.
Another one, so we can all start from the beginning, so it makes sense.
After they were done with that episode, people that now went back to play episode 1, I guess, so that the other people will be able to go in and watch. So they went in to watch, and then Phyna and Chichi came out to play games. Later on, they all joined them, and they ended up having a good time.
It's
I
nothing.
don't know if it's mine or how much should enter?
Thank you. So
She wasn't happy. She just, you know, stayed on her own. And the funny thing is that when the other people went to watch the episode 1, they were also making the same commentary. So it was kind of ironic that they were complaining about what Chichi was doing, and then they still kind of did it, right? So, you know, that's that for that. Then we also had the midnight crew that usually come together to analyze the analyzables. So this time around they analyzed different things, talked about different things. They also pointed out the fact that they noticed some people. Daniela was the one that was saying that she noticed some people from the audience like jubilating when they called Sheggz to, when they said Sheggz had been evicted, and before they even called him, people from the audience were already calling his name. Just they talked about what they observed. I haven't talked about this here on this channel that I actually observed that. I saw how they were jubilating and I was just like, this audience. So they just talked about that. They talked about ships in the house. They analyzed a lot of things, to be honest. They always analyze things. So we now have that those set of people as Midnight Crew. That's Brian, Adekunle, and Daniela. Then let's talk about the interview from the evicted housemates. I'm just going to highlight some things. Then you can watch the full video on Africa Magic channel here on YouTube. I'm going to try to put the link, or you just search for Africa Magic and then you'll be able to see their videos. So let's just pick some highlights from their interviews. So for Sheggz, Ebuka asked him about his stay in the house, and then he also asked him about his issues, like the issues that he had with Bella, and then the general perception. So Sheggz was not talking about the fact that he does a lot for her and that he tries to treat her in the best way that he knows how to. That they had some issues, but he's 26 and he's still growing and learning.
Sometimes people just want things to be what it is. 9 times out of 10, Ebuka, I never speak to Bella like that. Bella is somebody that I tie her shoelaces, I make her food. I did everything to show that there's a way a man should love a woman, because that's what I've learned. Like, just actually love your woman correctly. So if I had 2 or 3 times where maybe I wasn't always perfect, it's like, I'm 26, like I'm growing, I'm learning every day.
He also said that it would have been better if people had acknowledged the good times as well, not just like the bad sides. And then he would also try and see how he can work on it. That as it stands now, it's almost as if all of the good times, all of his good sides were completely ignored.
I would feel so much better if there was a lot of talk about when I was good, and then I got spoken to about when I was bad. Like, guy, you can actually improve on this and this and this. And I'll be like, okay, fair enough. But it just seems like the Sheggz that really loves her, that is always caring for her, that's super sweet to her, that wakes up every day, tells her she's beautiful, that prays on her head every day, that guy is nowhere to be found.
Then Ebuka now spoke about the wedding. That what's up, what's going on there? Is the wedding still holding? That's, you invited me. You guys remember that he said that he would like Ebuka to be there. Then Sheggz now said that, that he would like for him to be there. Then he also spoke about being open to advice and also like improving and all.
You invited me as well, so
honestly speaking, I hope you come. That's my best.
It's still happening.
That's my best friend for sure. That's my baby. If there's any lessons that anybody wants to give us as to how we can be better, that is super accepted. But this is a woman that I respect. It's a woman that I love.
To be honest, this was the best part for me. Not even where he was talking about people that have acknowledged this and acknowledged that, but this part is just like he's open to advice and improvement. Obviously not from me and you, his online watchers, because who are we in the grand scheme of things, but from people that really, really genuinely care about him. So I think it's cool that all of he's open to all of this, and let's see how things are going to happen moving forward. It's not as if we're going to even monitor anything, but like I think it's cool. Then for Hermes, of course, they're going to ask him about his relationship. So Ebuka asked him about his experience in the house and how things happened with Allison. He said that he did not know that things were going to even solve when he gets into the house, that he wasn't really open for that. But the house and then Allison happened, and that's how that now came to be. And that right now, Allison is still in the picture.
But guess what happened in Big Brother's house? It was only time and intensity.
That's all. You never experienced it.
I never experienced it. Like, that was how clear-minded I was going in. Here's the thing.
So two of them
already agreed.
But you want Allison as well.
Yeah.
Then he also spoke about how things are going to work as a collective and as individuals, and the template with which the love will be shared. I'm learning. Hermes, thank you. So he just spoke about that. Then Ebuka also asked him who he thinks is going to win, and he was just like, Phyna is strong. So for him, he thinks Phyna is going to win.
Phyna is strong, shout. Nah, from the first day I knew she was hard. But why you not join, boy? Bruh, I'm like, who is this female?
Then for Groovy, the ladies man, Ebuka asked him about all his escapades. So first of all, Ebuka asked him about Beauty, like the fact that he was saying he's single. That's when Beauty left the house and how he was able to move on fast. He was now saying that Beauty had already broken up with him before she left, that she even broke up with him like several times when she was in the house, and that considering the circumstance and the way things happened between them, that there was nothing to really hold on to.
I broken up with me, like she broke up with me because of plates. You get, like, it's like very crazy situation. It was always like a back and forth between us. One thing, she was very clear on the fact that she didn't want anything to do with me. That's why I said that when she left, I just felt like there was nothing to hang on to.
Then the funny part for me was how he said that he planned that he was going to stay for a week, like a whole week, before thinking about anything with anybody. Is how he was emphasizing on the 1 week, like it was 6 months.
I was like, I don't want to have anything to do with anybody for at least for 1 week, 1 full week. I want to have my mind in a space. And like I said, because of the resentment I had towards Beauty, I didn't really feel like there was anything to hold back onto.
I understand him, Jerry. I also felt like it was really, really fast, but things ended on a really bad note between them. So I've gotten to understand that you can't really say how fast he would have moved on, or, you know, so, you know, that's that with him. Then Ebuka gave a breakdown of the situation with him in the house, like his different escapades. He was like, so what I've gotten from this interview is that this person was in the picture. He started with Chomzy, he talked about Levi, he just called all the names of the people that were somehow in the picture.
Groovy liked Beauty enough, but things ended abruptly. Kind of liked Levi, but she didn't show up. You didn't really know that Amaka liked you, so you didn't move there. She would have dated Chomzy if they were in the same level. Yeah. And Groovy and Phyna, I confirmed ship.
Meanwhile, Phyna and Chichi, they've made up, they've sorted their issues. Phyna confronted Chichi concerning talking about the things that she had in her mind, or the things that had been bothering her concerning herself and Chichi. She laid everything down. She started with the things that Chichi said about her when she was upstairs. Then she also talked about the Groovy situation.
Tell me that you don't always allow them put me up. Now I'm learning the opposite. That if there was anybody that really wanted me out, the same was you. On to the next one. When Groovy was evicted, those things you were saying were not what I wanted to hear. Since they merged us, I've been noticing some things from you. I just didn't want to hit it because I just took it like, it's normal, you are my friend.
So for Chichi's part, Chichi just explained to her that when they were upstairs, all her level mates saw Phyna as a threat. So it was not a hard thing. So it was a situation of, okay, they also saw Phyna as a threat. She also knew that Phyna was strong. So it was not like an individual thing, and it had nothing to really do with her as per Chichi. That sometimes she would even take their paper away, or she would claim that she nominated Phyna just so that they will not really be on her neck. They will not think that she's in the whole roommate situation.
I cannot fight 13 people at the same time. Everyone sees you as a threat. If you read the handwriting on the wall, you will understand what I'm trying to say. When they pull you up,
were the one that said I was strong upstairs.
Yes, now I've always said it, that I know that you are crazy. You are going to be like, you will be strong. They have already seen you as a competition. I said yes.
To be honest, I don't even want to really comment on this whole upstairs downstairs situation. The whole thing has just been going on for a while, and I hope that this is the last time we'll hear about them talking about what you did when you were in level 1 and all of that, right? So she also spoke about the Groovy situation, that when she fancied Groovy was just like towards the beginning, when she had not even really known him like that.
I saw him from afar. It's normal to just see someone from afar and be like, okay, I think this guy is cute. Not that I will never deny the fact that I fancied him. Secondly, that one passed. I had no intentions of being with Groovy. I swear on my life. Then
Phyna now explained what made her feel like Chichi was onto Groovy, talked about the eviction, the way Chichi reacted to Groovy's eviction, and then the time that she helped Groovy to fold clothes, and also the fact that Chichi called his name after he had been evicted. She called his name in the morning for battery change. She gave different scenarios, and Chichi was kind of surprised, like none of this was intentional. She now apologized to her.
I asked him to fold because of the too much anything Groovy. You know, sometimes when a situation is supposed to be directed to me personally, you will not direct it to me.
I'm sorry about that. I didn't know.
And exactly, because me too, I didn't see it like that.
I'm surprised.
So, you know, at this point, they've settled their differences, and hopefully it's not going to come up again. And then inside this conversation, she also told her that Bella, she said they told her that it was even Chichi that was going for Deji. She was the one that was pushing the relationship with Deji. And when she revealed that one, I was like, fights as in this week might be more chaotic than I thought, because I know that Chichi is going to carry that one in her mind, but she might not act on it. Let's just see how it goes with that and with everything that we're going to expect and the things that we're going to see this week. So That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.